I'll never forget that moment. It was 2 a.m., my phone buzzing with the kind of news you never want to hear while you're halfway across the world. My flight was cancelled. No warning. No reason. Just gone. I was in a foreign country, trying to make it to a big business meeting the next day. The stakes were high, and I was already running on fumes from a long flight and little sleep. I thought, okay, I can figure this out. It's just a delay, right? But as I checked my options, the prices for rescheduling skyrocketed. And the worst part? No guarantee I would make it in time for the meeting. I stood there, staring at my screen, trying to stay calm. I had a plan. Business trip, booked everything in advance, packed my bags, I thought I was covered. But I didn't have travel insurance. Not yet, at least. That was the first time I realized how much I had been gambling by not getting it. See, when you're traveling for business, there's always this sense of urgency. You book flights and hotels like they're just another box to check. It's easy to convince yourself that nothing will go wrong, because it never has before, right? But here's the thing. When something does go wrong, and believe me, it can, you feel completely alone. I was stuck. Out of money. No way to reschedule my flight without losing a small fortune. And I had no backup plan. I started calling my colleagues back home. They didn't know what to do either. Everyone was scrambling, and the clock was ticking. I could feel the pressure building up in my chest. My whole career felt like it was hanging in the balance. That's when I started thinking back to the time when I had heard about travel insurance. Some colleague had mentioned it, and I brushed it off like, nah, I'll be fine. But standing there, feeling desperate, I wished I'd taken that advice more seriously. Thankfully, I didn't have to wait long to find a solution. In that moment, I remembered a tip I'd heard in passing Auras.insure. It wasn't something I had fully explored before, but something about it stuck with me. So, in the middle of this madness, I gave it a shot. I quickly signed up for their coverage, and within hours, I was able to get a new flight. Sure, it wasn't cheap, but the insurance took care of most of it. I managed to get to my meeting just in time. I still remember that rush of relief. The tension lifted off my shoulders in a way I never expected. It's funny how life can put you through the ringer in the most unexpected ways. That moment taught me something about risk, and how much I had been taking on by traveling without a safety net. If there's one thing I've learned since then, it's that we can't predict the unexpected. Whether it's a canceled flight, lost luggage, or an emergency situation abroad, things can spiral fast when you're far from home. And the worst part is, you don't realize how vulnerable you are until it's too late. Now, every time I book a flight, travel insurance is the first thing I check. It's not just about covering the big emergencies, it's about peace of mind. So, if you're a business traveler like me, learn from my mistake. Don't wait until you're caught in the middle of a crisis to figure it out. Trust me when I say that Auras.insure has been a lifesaver for me. I don't just recommend it because it worked for me, I genuinely trust it. It's become part of my routine whenever I travel for work. It's not about overhyping or making a pitch. It's about making sure that, when things go wrong, you've got something solid to rely on. Check it out if you haven't already. It's the travel insurance hack I never knew I needed.